6 finalists for the men's pairs. 19 crews entered the competition, but these are the men now vying for the medals. So still this tailwind, you can see how the water's moving. 6:18:37, the world best time set by Steve Redgrave and Matthew Pinsent in Lucerne back in 1994. And we go off with the Australians.
This Australian pair really, for me, has been the crew of the regatta so far. They just look so imperious as they move. The man at stroke, James Tompkins, he's going for a gold medal in the third of the 3 rowing events. He's already won a gold medal in '86 in the 8, also in the 4, of course, in the Olympics. And here he is now trying to win a gold medal in the third of the rowing events. But here, Croatia, very experienced pair, Saraga in the stroke seat, Martinov at bow. They have looked pretty good all the way through this regatta, and they're fine racers.
Whether they're good enough to get a medal, we'll have to see. As you can see for yourselves there, the field really all in a bunch. You've got Croatia in 5, then just lagging a little bit in lane number 3, the British duo of Steve Williams and Simon Dennis, not being able to go the early pace. And up in lane 2, the defending world champions Robert Sens and Detlef Kirchhoff, who of course won their title on home water in Germany last year.
Yeah, they're very relaxed, the Australians. They've already settled into a nice 34.5. But just look at the bows of the boat as they start to ease in front here. You can see this, the crew from Croatia. It's stopping at the catch every stroke, but the bow of the Australian pair in the white boat as they go in the lead through the 500 meters just runs and runs and runs. That's the key to their speed. They don't really halt the boat at all. And now look just how easy they are there. They just sit back and push the boat away. Very relaxed, lovely rowing. Already half a length out in front and just steaming.
So Australia setting out to win this gold medal. Interesting how much progress they've made since Lucerne, Dan, because they were beaten, just a couple of months ago, not even that, by both Britain and Croatia. But at this regatta, they really look tuned.
The British pair are a very new pair. They only came together as almost the last selected crew in the British team, but they did very well to win the World Cup. But here they're finding they're going pretty tough. They just seem to be a bit slow off the start, and they've given themselves an awful lot to catch up. The world champions there from Germany, just sitting there in the pack, looking pretty strong there.
Yes, it's youth and experience on the left there. That was Detlef Kirchhoff, 32 years of age from Berlin, partnered by Robert Sens, 21 years of age from Munich, north-south combination. These 2 men, though, from Australia, both from Victoria, and again, 10 years separating them. James the senior on the left of the picture, and they really are opening up. This is the second quarter of the race, and they're building clear water.
Just in the last 400 meters, they've taken two lengths off the field. They went from being down on Croatia to nearly 2 lengths up in 300 meters. Quite an extraordinary push there, and it looks so imperceptible. You hardly saw them move at all. There they are, moving beautifully as they go through the 1,000-meter mark, 2 lengths up on the field. And
I've got to say, Dan, the rest are scrapping for silver and bronze now.
Well, this is a very classy crew, and you just see, let's just look and analyze what it is they're doing. Their blades are really picking up the water at the full reach. They're very tall guys, both of them, but they just don't halt the boat at all. It just runs and runs and runs, and they look so relaxed. But here you have a real battle on now between the world champions from Germany, trying to hold off Croatia, but it's France, nearest to us, who are taking a slight lead of about a canvas on the other 2 crews in contention for the silver medal.
Yeah, Jean-Christophe from Lyon facing you, and Michel from Bordeaux behind. And quite often, Dan, they leave their charge just a little bit later, but now they've already realised that if they don't move, they could be out of this completely.
Well, they know that Australia have moved out in front. I think they must be aware now, with Australia 2 lengths in front, that they ain't going to catch them. But they must try and break away now, past halfway from the world champions.
Well, this is a phenomenal distance that the leaders have put between the rest. And there, the British pair, Stephen Williams and Simon Dennis, trying to get into the race, but they're still out of the medal positions. And at the moment, it's France and Croatia vying for silver and bronze. Very little between the 2. The Croatians really responding well.
Yeah, Tompkins just took a quick look around just to make sure that everything was clear. They're hitting some bouncy water now, but they are so well clear and moving so beautifully. Look at that, 3.5 lengths clear of the crews fighting there for the other medals. Great Britain moved from last up into vying for fourth position now. Probably not going to be able to get amongst the medals, but they've put themselves back into contention there a little bit in the field for fourth place. But no one's going to touch Australia, who are looking better and better the further they go.
Very interesting this now, the fight for silver and bronze, and you can see the French really sprinting now to try and dismiss the Croatians. This French pair also extremely experienced. They go back as far as the 92 Olympics, when they were fourth in Barcelona, this combination, so they've really seen all the twists and turns of the World Championships since then. They were world champions in 1993 as part of the French Four.
Yeah, they're very experienced guys, and they are both battling out with Croatia now, really battling it out, but there's no one going to touch this Australian pair, who are so supreme, really absolutely the crew of the regatta, just steaming away from the field. Look at that, they've spread them out completely, but the real battle there is for the silver medal between the two crews now, Croatia and France, up at over 40 strokes a minute for this last 600 metres.
Well, the French, the bronze medalists at the last Olympics in the pair, they're now really getting the better of the Croatians. The Croatians, though, having said that, they're in third place. Italy, Great Britain and Germany, that's the order of the other crews, and that's the way I think they're going to finish. But this is a masterful performance. There you can see the French out on their own in silver medal position, and then Croatia, very good effort, up from 8th last year to take the bronze, and then the British just being outgunned there on the far side by Italy, with Britain 5 and Germany 6 by the Australians. And indeed, Dan, will they stay as a pair, or will the original awesome foursome reconstitute itself, given that they're all fit and well, and try and take on the British four on home water?
I think if I was them, I'd stick in that pair. I don't think anybody's going to touch them at all.
Anita de France, Vice President of the International Rowing Federation, presenting the medals to these two very special and very popular guys.